Hello friends, this is Holmes, a first-time farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So I went ahead and cleaned up that ash tree and the maple tree that I cut down earlier. The trunk, the stump of the ash tree is right there. Maple tree is right there next to that pile of wood. And I rolled the sections of trunk from the ash tree. I had to cut those up into smaller pieces. They all ended up down in the wash. More of my erosion control program. So they ended up on top of other branches from other trees that I've cut down in the past. They rolled pretty easily. I did have to cut them into smaller sections just because they were too heavy and big pieces, and also too unwieldy. They got caught on too many things, so I just went ahead and cut them up into smaller pieces and threw them down in there, rolled them down in there. So some of them ended up right there on the lip of the wash, and in the past I would have made sure that they were down in there, but actually now I've kind of come to learn that if they stay right up on the edge, then they'll stop the water, or at least slow it down before it falls over the edge into the wash. So that's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. So I just left them where they are, and then as we clear more trees, more branches will go in on top of all of those. So that's looking good. And then the maple, which ended up falling right through here, it absolutely crushed the top of that ash tree. The top portion of it fell a long time ago. It's been laying here. Look at that. It just absolutely smashed it when it landed. And the maple was in pretty good shape. It was pretty solid still. So I went ahead and cut it up, the trunk, the upper branches, I think I mentioned, I threw those down into the wash, but the actual trunk portion of it, I cut that up into sections, and they're about 3 feet long, a little less than 3 feet. And they are all piled up here and ready to go for future firewood. So we have piles all over the place through this part of the 6-acre project. So it's a good thing to have firewood in case you need it. So there you have it. And then looking back on the other areas that we've cleared up, and there's the stump for the ash tree, and then the stump for the maple. Look at that. Easily 1/3 of that is gone. It's just sawdust there. That's just a hole. There wasn't a whole lot holding that thing up. And that was in the first, well, I don't know, couple of feet, and then it became more solid. So, but I'm glad it's down. Glad we got this area finished, and now we can start on new stuff. So we appreciate you watching. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell, and we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we will see you in the pasture.